images are 68% more engaging than just text. So if you're going to start somewhere, throw an image in your post. But hey, that's what Instagram is all about. It's just images, right? You can't even not do an image in Instagram. But then what's the next step up from that?
Awesome. Great. Next question comes from Cindy. She's a CPA or works at a CPA firm in Snowflake, Arizona. Thank you, Cindy, for your question. She asks, how do we make our Facebook posts such that more people will actually interact with them? So good question. How do we get, frankly, more people to interact with our social media posts? What do you think?
Well, I don't even know if it's just specific to Facebook.
Yeah.
Maybe this is like, how do we put together some social media posts that are more effective, right? Engagement's a big deal. So I'll just tell you a couple things. Simply making a post, and if it's on Facebook or LinkedIn, you can do just text only posts, no problem. And that's kind of the baseline, like that's the minimum that you could do. And like sort of a half step up from that is you might put a link in your post, and it usually pulls up a preview of that link right below the post in the news feed for everybody. But I would say a text message is the baseline. It performs very so-so. It doesn't matter what the text says. If you're thinking about it, nobody goes to Facebook to actively research a topic or to shop for something. It's usually to check in, to keep up, to see what's happening. And then you're disrupted with an ad or a post or a video or something like that that catches your attention, and then you engage. So how do you make that happen more often? Well, images are 68% more engaging than just text. So if you're going to start somewhere, throw an image in your post. But hey, that's what Instagram is all about. It's just images, right? You can't even not do an image in Instagram. But then what's the next step up from that? So even better than images, video is 38% better than just an image. And then that includes, and you can do that on Facebook and on LinkedIn and on Instagram specifically and TikTok. So videos are probably one of the very best ways. But how do you refine that a little bit? So one of the suggestions, or one of the things we've helped a lot of our clients do that have that same question is, there's that old adage that nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. And maybe you have to take some of this offline to help increase what happens online. And what I mean by that is, sometimes a really effective method might be building a community or a certain group on Facebook. Facebook groups are awesome. Usually it's exclusive to a certain idea or a category or a type of people. Great example of maybe you're into ATVs and UTV riding, right? There's an event that may be coming up and people want to talk about, well, I've added this upgrade to my Polaris RZR, or I've added these wheels and tires to my, Kawasaki motorcycle, whatever the case may be, right? And other people are like, oh yeah, well, did you do this? Or have you thought of this? And there's great suggestions. Everybody always wants to help each other out, but a group about a specific topic is a great way to make that happen. So if you're, talking about CPA stuff, I mean, right? Accounting. I'm not saying it's exciting, but maybe there are people who want to engage in that, and you can slowly start to invite and bring people into this group. And as the group grows, there tends to be more involvement. Okay. I would also say, maybe as some quick points to just hit, everybody likes a question.
Yeah.
Ask a question. Maybe you know the answer, but that's inconsequential almost. Why don't you see what other people have to say? It's a hook to get them to be involved. One of the questions could be that maybe you are asking or running a poll. Would you prefer A, B, or C? Find out. I think another one that tends to get people's attention a lot really well on social media is if you run some kind of a contest or a giveaway. Everyone wants to be involved in that or have the potential to win, especially if you show how fun it is and what maybe there's a good cause. And it also works really well to invite people to an event. An event tends to get lots of engagement, right? Whether that's an open house, maybe you want to invite people into your office to say, hey, come look at who we are, how professional we are, or the kinds of things we do. Come know that we exist, kind of thing. Or maybe you're putting on a webinar. Hey, we're here to answer all of your questions. So let me tell you what it's about and how this works and what the agenda is. And people respond to that.
You bet.
But ultimately, in that, going back to that care statement, when you pull it offline, I think that has a big impact on what happens online. So one of our clients is a convenience store chain, and they want to know all the time, like how they can get more people to interact with them on social media for a convenience store, gas stations, right? More than just a pit stop for snacks or using the bathroom or something. And we came up with this really great idea of having them get involved in community events. Now there could be like a 5K or something that's coming up, or maybe there's some charity event that you want to try and be a part of. That always grabs at people's emotions, that you do care, that it's for a good cause. So that's a great way to make that happen. I think that you can also then give people a call to action to say, come be involved with us, come be a part of this group, come and learn more, whatever that is. So that's what I would do. I think there's a whole bunch of different ideas. I hope that helps out, Cindy.